What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Free Life University. And I have another great tutorial for y'all. I'm finna show y'all how to perform a check system sweep, or in other words, how to remove any negative or overdraft account that you have. I know y'all be out there putting them checks in y'all accounts, fucking them up. Now you can't get a new bank account. I'm gonna show you how to remove all of that off using this credit law FCRA section 605B, which basically protects us from identity theft. So as you can see, all consumer reporting agencies shall block the reporting of any information in the file of a consumer that the consumer identifies as information that resulted from an alleged identity theft, not later than 4 days. Okay, so as long as you can provide the supporting documents, it's just gonna get removed. All right, so let's get straight into it. These are the items that you're gonna need. You're gonna need a copy of your Chexsystems report, so you can literally go to the website. I'm gonna go there and show you in a minute, but go to the website, sign up, register if you didn't already, and then you want to download a copy of your report, or if you want to call them, they can mail it to you however you want. Um, the second thing we're gonna need is a completed FTC report or police report. And the third thing is we need to submit a CFPB complaint with our demand for deletion. All right, so you want to head to chexsystems.com, and then you want to go to register, and you just want to register, make an account. When you make an account, you should be able to see all of your information once you download your report. All right, you want to head to the dispute tab, click on that, you scroll down, you can see right here, reinvestigations are usually completed within 30 days. All right. So all you need is an identity theft affidavit or police report, which I'm going to show you how to obtain. We're going to request, we're going to choose submit request by other methods because we're going to send this through mail. Now you could technically do this online, but y'all need to learn how to do some legwork. So we're going to send this through the mail. Click on that. Here is the form. All right, so it's very simple on how to fill out this form, but I'm gonna go over it with you. So you're gonna put your first, last name, the consumer ID that you should see on your report, your social, driver license number, all of this information. Now, when you get down here to where it says source of disputed information, this is the bank that you're gonna put. So whatever bank it is, you're gonna put that bank. So let's say, for example, let me put this paper down. Let's say, for example, we do Key Bank, right? Date listed on the item, you're gonna list the date that the item was closed, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, the closure status date. I'm just looking at one of my clients. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put a random date. The type of disputed information. So basically, if it's a checking account, you're just gonna put like previously, or previous checking account. And then it's gonna say, please explain why you dispute this information. Type in something along these lines. I am a victim of identity theft. I didn't open this account. Print this out, and now it's time to get the supporting document. So now you want to head to identitytheft.gov. You want to choose get started. I want to report identity theft, and on this page here you want to choose debit, checkings, or savings account. All right, now here is where you're basically going to put the checking account information. All right, so I'm gonna use the same example that I used in my last credit sweep tutorial, but the same thing pretty much applies. When you get to the personal statement section of the identity theft affidavit, you're going to basically use this template, but you're just gonna substitute these banks with your banks. Make sure that you put Chexsystems and it's not saying credit report. But if you do need the exact forms to put right here, all you got to do is just download the links in the description, and that's pretty much it. Once you get your form, you're gonna save this. All right, now you want to head to consumerfinance.gov, also known as the CFPB, and you pretty much want to follow what I do here. When you get on the site, go to submit a complaint. They're gonna tell you to make an account. Once you make an account, you're gonna choose checking or savings account. Checking, problem with credit report or credit score, incorrect information on your report, identity theft or error. No, you have not tried to fix this with the company. All right, so here's basically where you're gonna tell them what happened. So you can tell them something along the lines of, hey, I've been a victim of identity theft. I've recently obtained a copy of my Chexsystems report and recognized an account that I wasn't familiar with. And you're going to identify that account, when it closed, pretty much all the information on the account, and also tell them the actions that you took on your end. So you could tell them that you put a freeze on your files. You could tell them that you recently filed out a identity theft affidavit. Pretty much all you got to put there. Like I said, if you need the forms, you can just download it in the description. But if you scroll down here where it says what will be a fair resolution, you're going to just explain to them that you just want them to remove the negative information off of your file. Down here, documents. This is very important because this is what's going to support our case. So there's 3 things you need to submit here. The first is the identity theft affidavit that we recently created, a copy of your driver's license, a utility bill, and yeah, you want to submit all 3 of those files because that's going to make our case very, very strong, and it's going to help them identify you. So that's pretty much it. All right, so they're going to ask you, all right, so once you hit next, they're going to ask you, do you still want to submit a complaint to the bank or credit union? You want to choose no. And then under that, do you want to add a credit reporting company to this complaint? Hit yes. And that company is going to be Chexsystems. Okay. So you're going to choose Chexsystems, choose no. You could choose this. This is how they're going to be able to identify you. And then that's basically it. So you hit next, and then that's how you submit the complaint. And once they get to that complaint, they have 4 days to remove those the negative information off of your report. Now, that's not the last step. The last step is to actually mail out the disputed letter that we printed in the beginning of the video. You want to print that dispute letter out. You would also print out that FTC report along with the utility bill and a copy of your driver's license, and then you want to ship that to Chexsystems as well. And yeah, within 20 to 30 days, all of that shit is going to be removed. But again, I have to show y'all proof because I don't like to teach y'all something and not show y'all no. Had my client send me a copy of his Chexsystems report. You can see reported information. These were the 2 accounts he had reporting, 2 overdrafts. And then not even, 2 weeks later, reported information. None found.